Hi everyone, it's Greg Taverite. Today we are in the kitchen. We are going to make Chicken Cacciatore, which is basically an Italian hunter stew. It is super easy. We're going to be adding some Italian sausage, which you will not find in your everyday recipe. That's why I'm here. So just follow along. It's super easy. I'm going to be doing it in the crock pot today because it's a lot easier for me. You can do it in a stock pot and do it on a kitchen countertop and just let it go low and slow for 6-8 hours. It really doesn't matter. If you want to put that stock pot in the oven, you can put it in the oven. Same thing, just let it cook low. Stir it occasionally if you want. You don't have to. You can put it all together. Go for a hike, go for a ride, do whatever you want to do. It's going to be fabulous when you come back. So simple and easy. Follow along. We'll get going. I got a whole fryer. Pretty simple stuff. Ask your butcher. I'm putting it on parchment paper just because it makes it a little bit easier to clean up at the end of the day. Before we get going, we got to agree on one thing. There's two things that we got to agree on. One is fat is flavor. So fat in the chicken is very important. We're not going to be adding any fat. I may put a little olive oil on top just to keep the seasonings. These are all the other parts of the chicken that we don't need to use for this dish. So we're going to dump all that. And we're going to dump that. Olive oil. Okay, we got the chicken laid out, got a little olive oil on it. Clean the hands. Salt. Basil. Liberal amounts. No measuring, just put it on there. Again, we're adding depth of flavor, we're adding a lot of different levels. So when it comes out of the crock pot in 6 or 8 hours, it'll be amazing. Gonna add a little garlic. Powder, simple. We got more garlic going in. Don't worry if you don't think that's enough. We got more. Black pepper. That's it. Going to stick it in the broiler for a couple minutes. Just going to get a nice char on it to add the depth, and then we're going to cut our vegetables. Okay, vegetables. Get ahead of it. Because when these are done, that chicken will be done, and we'll put it right in. Again, depth of flavor. We're just going to add all these different vegetables. And the best part about this also is it's a stew. So we can do it nice and easy and make nice big chunks. We don't have to cut small. We don't have to dice them. We're going to add a little more olive oil. Big chunks. Easy. The only thing I did with these carrots before we started was trim them up. Big pieces, nice and easy. The carrot, you want to have the carrot in there because it's going to add the sweetness to it. That's what's going to add a little bit of sweet. I don't add sugar to this dish. I rarely add sugar to anything, unless it's baking, which I'm not good at anyway. I don't know, big fan of soft cooked carrots, so when these are done, it's gonna be amazing. It's such a great dish. I hope this crock pot's big enough. Green pepper. People don't like doing peppers because of the seeds. Watch this little trick. Upside down. Seeds are gone. No seeds here. Nice and easy. Big chunks. Again, super, super easy. All right, I'm gonna stop. Add a little salt in here. Add a little pepper. All right, now we're gonna start layering again, putting more peppers in, more flavors in. Red pepper. Same process. All right. Really good flavors going on in there. So that's my little answer to a French Mirepoix. It's onions, carrots, peppers, and then one of my favorite vegetables is fennel. This just adds so much depth, so much flavor. Just got to get out the middle part here. It's a little tough. Just going to peel this back. Again, big chunks. Nice and easy. Break them up a little bit, separate them. Okay. Okay, again, we're going to add more flavor, more depth here. So we're working all these vegetables, all of this stuff is going to just be, it's going to cook down, going to get a nice liquid. Capers, salty, nice depth, great flavor. Sun-dried tomatoes. Another item people don't use enough of. This is just going to add, it's got that smoky tomato depth, the flavor to it that you're just going to, really going to come out in the dish when it's all done. And of course, the wine. I'm adding wine because it adds flavor and makes me feel good. All right. These are fire roasted tomatoes. Again, I want that flavor, I want that roast, I want that, that smokiness that I'm going to get from the char on the tomatoes. I like to use, well, 2 to 4 cans. Obviously 4 cans are the small ones if they're small, but if you got 2 big ones, 16 ounces, use those. I know it looks like we're filling this up. We're not going to have room for the chicken or the sausage, but we will. It will cook down, so it may be outside the pot. We'll put the lid on top of it and let it go. All right. Okay, well, I'm using tomatoes because it's a better item to use. I like tomatoes, and I'm not using cream-based. Cream may curl. You may have some issues with the cooking as long as we're going to cook this. Okay, now the reason we're here. Sausage. Taking a whole package. Again, this is just going to add depth. The fat from the pork is going to add a lot more flavor to this dish. Just going to cut it, once again, big chunks. Just drop them in. I mean, realistically, you can let this cook all day long, put it over a bed of pasta or rice, and that's a dish. Last vegetable we're going to add, garlic. Most people hate peeling garlic. I hate peeling garlic. Just pop it right, nice and easy. Should peel right off. We're not even chopping these up. We're just dropping them right in. Okay, there we go. You've got a whole clove of garlic in there. Got lots of depth of flavor in there. The sun-dried tomatoes, the capers, the olive oil, the tomatoes, the fennel, the peppers. Okay, as we were talking about, depth of flavor. We're going to add more layers right now. Thyme. Put the whole stem in. Don't even worry about it. Rosemary. Everything. When these come out, the herb themselves will stay in the pot and the stems will just pull right out. Sage, one of my favorites. Light, delicate. Yes, the chicken will fit in here. We've got all the herbs in, we've got everything starting to warm up. We're going to get a lot of chicken in here. It may be on top of the pot a little bit. Don't worry about it. We're going to put the lid on it. It's all going to cook down. All that chicken's going to drop in there. Let me get the chicken out of the oven right now. There we go. This is the brown, this is the char I wanted, right on top here. This is all what I'm looking for. So again, just gonna drop these right on top. These are huge breasts. All of that's just gonna sink in there. Gotta get the legs, gotta get the thighs, all that dark meat, all that lovely fat from the dark meat. Remember, fat is flavor. All right, one more thigh, we'll crunch it in there, and we'll just let this bad boy go. So the reason I put the chicken on top of the herbs, it really doesn't matter. It's just the way I did it today. And again, the herbs will sink down through. All the vegetables are on the bottom. I've got the juices from when we were broiling from the chicken. We're just gonna add all of that in there. Again, more depth of flavor. And I know it looks like it's overcrowded, and it is a little bit. All right, now we've got everything in here, and we've got a lot of layers of depth of flavor in here. We've got all those vegetables you saw the herbs, you saw the olive oil, the salt, the pepper. Now we've got the chicken on top of the herbs, and what we're trying to do is just let it sink in there so we can get just really marinate together, and you can let it go for 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. Just let it cook as long as you need it to. We're starting in the morning here so we can have it later on this evening. It's going to be a fantastic deal. And like I said, it was going to overload a little bit. Put the lid on. The vegetables are going to get soft, and that lid's going to drop right on top. Just one more thing. When you're in the crock pot, I've got it on high. You can leave it on high for the first 3 hours. After that, you could turn on low. Just take a look at it. If it seems to be dropping in, like I told you, the vegetables are going to cook down, then put it on low. If you want to just keep it on high all day, you're perfectly fine to do that. Welcome back. We are at our chicken cacciatore. It has been 6 or 7 hours, and you could smell the room. It's amazing. So we are going to make a creamy polenta to serve with this. And as I told you in the beginning, it cooked down just like I told you it was going to. So as the dish cooked down to where I knew it was going to be, where it is right now, a lot of the liquids got released from the vegetables, which is normal, and we just captured them here. So we are going to use half of this and half water to make our creamy polenta or cheesy polenta that we're going to serve with this dish. I just can't throw that stuff away. Normally, you'd make the polenta with water. It's just so good, and it's got so much flavor, and we're talking about depth of flavor, that I really want to make sure that we are using this liquid here. So, got a pot, got our pan, we are on high. We're going to get this boiling. Get that started. Okay, that's 4 cups of liquid to 1 cup polenta, which is basically grits, cornmeal, but yellow. It's fabulous. The color on the grits is going to be a little bit different than what you would normally expect. You know, that bright yellow that you would normally expect from it. But I just can't throw this liquid away. It's too good. It's almost like a soup. You could easily get a spoon, dunk some bread in it, and you're good. Okay, let's get this to a boil. Okay, our liquid here is almost to a boil, which is perfect for what we want. We're going to add a little bit of salt, add a little butter, not yay much. All right, going to get that going. Turn it down just a little bit. Gently, slowly add the polenta. All you're trying to do here is keep it from clumping together. Just want to keep all those individual kernels separate. All right. Now we just sit here and whisk away. Starting to thicken up. You can start to see it getting bigger. Get a shot of that bubble. Almost there. That's what you're looking for. Okay, we're there. Sprinkle in some cheese. I don't know, cup. Add whatever cheese you like. That's what I'm talking about right there. All right, let's plate this thing. Polenta. The chicken cacciatore. So, remember we talked about the herbs? There's the rosemary. All those herbs fell off. There they are. It's one of the wings. Oh. The breast is falling apart. Thighs. There's a sausage. There's another one. 2 legs. Man, there's one of the stems. Just peel it out. That's when you know it's cooked the whole way. All the herbs gone. All that depth of flavor is sitting in there. Sausage, fennel, carrots. Here's the other thigh. More sausage. Got lots of leftovers. There you go. Took 7 hours, but it was worth it. Absolutely wonderful. That's how we make chicken cacciatore. and make it Italian. Hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Visit us at our YouTube station, our YouTube channel, as well as the website. You'll see this video and all the other ones. Enjoy.